Hello and welcome to S Developers Present Straight Dive. We are here after the fourth day of the first test match between Bangladesh and Pakistan. Another exciting day of test match cricket, and I'm alongside two very exciting persons, if I'm wrong not to say that. Ramesh Raza and Azhar Ali Khan.
I've got to admit that I'm looking like a runner because you guys are well booted, well suited. I look like I'm part of the staff. Shall I get you a cup of tea or something?
No, you're looking absolutely fine. Let me just relax.
Yes, we are all relaxed here, and Bangladesh at the moment are looking in a relaxed position. They are 179 leading by and 152 for 3 after the end of the 4 days play, and 50s from Mominul Haque and Nazmul Shanto, who's still in the middle after scoring 58. Right, Ramesh bhai, I'll like to start with you. Mominul Haque striking another 50 after scoring a 50 in the first innings. He was scratchy though. He got a few opportunities, but talk us through about his innings.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of calmness and you need to have a bit of luck going your way also. And I mentioned that in the commentary as well. He's the Mohammad Abbas of batting. Yeah. You know, he's relentless. He doesn't flinch. He's got his batting map sorted. I mean, and somehow, you know, on a difficult pitch, in that little phase where Pakistan were looking to break through, I think there's a lot of effort from Mominul. So you've got to give it to him. He doesn't react a great deal. You know, that's the best thing about him. You know, Abbas wanted to eyeball him and put him off his pace, but yet he wasn't willing to take any of it. And so that's the best thing to do. You just work your way through the innings, and 5 consecutive 50s in test match cricket, it's just like, it's a huge achievement to go with 5,000 test match runs.
Yeah, otherwise he weathered the storm, to be very honest, to say that Bangladesh were spot of bother at one point after losing both the openers. But once again, he showcased what he's capable of and the experience coming into play.
Yeah, and also the fact that he was batting with the inform Nazmul Shanto. I mean, yes, he has scored 5 consecutive 50s, but when you have someone, especially a captain, who is batting so comfortably, you start to ooze with confidence. And he kept it simple, but he also was not afraid to go down the wicket. Once in a while, he played those drives through the offside, again going down the wicket. So he understood the situation, took few chances. He was lucky, a bit of an outside edge, but a 50 in a test match cricket is a 50. And when he came in, they were 2 down, so they needed someone to be there with Shanto so they can add a partnership. 105 runs between him and Shanto. This is where he scored his runs. Again, majority of the runs is on the offside. That one down the ground was a treat to watch.
Yeah, the other thing to see regarding that pitch map is the singles that he took. You know, a lot of white lines, and that's why it was such a secure innings. He didn't take a lot of risk. Every time he wanted to hit the ball hard, he had a plan. But generally, I think the innings was based on rotation of strike.
Yeah, Atabha, you mentioned about the partnership. Both Shanto and Mominul complementing each other. So did in the first innings, and now again under pressure at one point, then coming in, getting those opportunities, but started to flourish later on.
I think Shanto, it looks like that he's hit the purple patch. He's now scored like, I think, more than 600 runs since 2025. And the way, not only Shanto, but also the way the other left-hander, Mominul Haque, handled themselves in the middle was fascinating to see, because it was not an easy pitch to bat on. I think that's the key feature. If you look at how they handle themselves, is also rotation of strike, which Ramesh Raja pointed out. That those white lines are the singles. So when there is somebody who's bowling a good spell, you can release the spells by taking these singles, playing with softer hands, playing in the gaps, and looking to rotate strike. I think that's what they did really well. And then once in a while, if you're settled and your eye is in, then you're looking to pick up boundaries when there is an opportunity. And they hardly disappointed you, because they did play some lovely shots to pick up those boundaries.
Ramesh bhai, what are your thoughts about this partnership, the type of approach they took in the middle, especially Shanto? How do you see his innings coming through in the next day?
So they had to work their way through. They were in a precarious situation. Things could have gone pear-shaped. So they had to steady the ship and then gain a bit of momentum and generate a bit of pace. So from that point of view, it was perfect partnership. But now I think the next gear has to be put into action. I don't know at what time Bangladesh would feel that we've got enough runs and let's take that, risky route, and a time must come because they can't allow Pakistan to go scot-free. They are under the cosh, they feel the pressure, so maybe get quick fire 50 or 60 or 70 maybe, get this score to 270 and then back yourself to bowl Pakistan out.
From Pakistan's point of view, obviously they are desperate to pick more wickets, and I really feel that they were at times unlucky with the ball. They create a few chances. Shaheen bowled well. Abbas obviously picked up 5 in the first, still picked up 1 in this innings, and Hassan Ali was the other one to pick up a wicket. But still no wicket for Nauman Ali. Atar bhai, a bit surprised on that?
Well, he hardly bowled any overs. He was the last one to be introduced, and the first over that he bowled, he created a chance. Mominul Haque was dropped by Rizwan. In the second over, he was missed off his own bowling when there was a stumping opportunity. Then again, we saw him, the short leg fielder dropping, I think it was again Mominul. So you can't really blame him because I thought, in my opinion, Shan Masood got it wrong in terms of how to use that spinner. 39 wickets, I think it was 30 plus wickets in the last 5 test matches for Nauman Ali. And if you have a wicket taker in that kind of a form on day 4 on a pitch, which we saw even yesterday when Madison Miraj was getting the ball to grip and turn, you needed to have him in the attack as soon as possible, because when he came in, I thought it's too late because the partnership was well set, both the batters, and when he came in, he also created chances. So it's there. I mean, it's his choice, but I thought perhaps he could have been introduced earlier on had he bowled a few more overs.
Yeah, still Bangladesh lost 2 early wickets, especially the 2 openers lost early on, and then Mominul Haque putting up a partnership with Nazmul Hossain Shanto. But talk us through about these 3 wickets, Amit bhai, first starting with you.
Yeah, you must not break your rest when you're playing Mohammad Abbas. He's so wicket to wicket, so you've got to play him through mid-on and mid-off. This one got big on the batsman. He played with hard hands as well, Shadman, and didn't have any chance in the end. And he was beaten by the length. I think undone by a bouncer, possibly, because he played it from the crease. But it's just good bowling from Shaheen Afridi. He looked a lot more energetic. The body language was improved as well. And so Pakistan were desperate to look for a purple patch with the ball, more wickets and more drive and more results. The sort of action stopped after a couple of wickets, actually.
Right, it's time to take a short break here. We'll come back after the break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to S Developers Presents Straight Drive. I'm alongside Ramiz Raza and Atar Ali Khan. I'll start with Ramiz bhai with you again. Bangladesh leading by 179. If you have a full day in the 5th and final day, what is enough for them?
So around 270 if they are Braveheart, and I mentioned that in the commentary again, sorry for the reference again, but I had a little chat with Mushtaq Ahmed, and what he told me was that they're trying to change the mindset of the Bangladeshi team by producing such wickets and asking them to challenge themselves, challenge the opposition, and I think that's the best way to respond actually, and Pakistan are under the cosh because they know that they cannot falter. In the 4th innings of late, their play has been abysmal. Pakistan have lost a lot of matches by not chasing well. So it's a mental block that they have developed of late. So they'll be tested. But then who knows? I mean, if they have a good time of it, we may end up with a great run chase and Pakistan may surprise the opposition. But right now, I think it's Bangladesh who can make that call. So go for broke, maybe, after settling it for first 15, 20 minutes. Good that Shantu and Mushfiq are out there. They're both well settled. Shantu now needs to take the lead. He's the skipper and he wants to put in that extra effort and let the dugout also know that we are here to win this test match. A draw mentality can actually make you lose a test match. So he must emphasize on the fact that we are going to beat Pakistan and that's how we're going to play. If we lose, then we lose. But at least we've given ourselves the best chance to win the test match.
Yeah, to win the test match, we mentioned about the runs, the targets. It's also about the time. Otherwise, so how much time they can give to the opposition to chase the target, just to show the carrot in front of them.
You see, I mean, there are 2 sides of the coin. I mean, I can understand when Ramiz Raja is coming in from. I mean, he wants Bangladesh to go and force a win out of this situation. Remember, this is a part of World Test Championship cycle. So points do matter. 12 points for a win, but there are also points for a draw. I know where you're coming in from, Ramesh Raja, but what I'm thinking is, what is Bangladesh camp thinking at the moment? First and foremost, you don't want to lose this test match from this position. Weather permitting, we know there was a big break, almost 2.5 hours break after lunch. Weather permitting, how many overs does Bangladesh feel that need to bowl them out? Because if you set them a target, whatever target they set them in, they need to bowl them out. They took more than 100 overs to bowl them out in the first innings. But with a lot of wear and tear this time around, perhaps maybe 70 overs or maybe less. So if you're talking about 70 overs, let's say 75 overs. So you cannot bat beyond, you have half an hour, 15 minutes extra tomorrow. We're starting 15 minutes extra. So if it's 15 minutes extra, so half, that is what, another 6 overs, 7 overs? And then another 70 overs. Let's say 75 overs. But then in the other, 15 overs or so you need to bat. That means, I agree with him, with Ramesh, that the batters will need to play shots if you're thinking about a positive result in your favor. But you need to be careful, because if you try to play shots and if you get out, and if you don't have enough runs on the board, then the tide changes. Then the match completely changes on its head and gives an opportunity, a sniff for Pakistan to go and chase less than 200 runs or maybe just 220, 230. So I reckon Bangladesh will be feeling, okay, let's see how it goes. Let's see what's the first 10, 15 overs go for us. Can we score runs at a good pace? Yes. If you have added another 70, 80 runs, if the lead now, what is the lead now? 179. At 70, that's 250. 250, 260? Maybe. Are they brave enough to go and throw the challenge to Pakistan? We'll have to wait and see. But I still feel it's the first hour, again on the day 5, how many runs they can score and how quickly, when the question arises whether they want to declare or not.
Yes, Bangladesh are leading by 179 runs, and let's see what happened so far in this test match. Bangladesh bowled first batted 413, and then Pakistan in reply scored that run, and Bangladesh taking that lead. And in reply, Bangladesh once again coming up with that frame of mind, losing 2 early wickets, but then again partnership between Mominul and Shanto helped them to set a total in the end. It's still, we are chatting about 179 and all. Still, we will talk about a lot of stuff, but we will talk it later, maybe tomorrow. Let's have a look at the promo here. Tomorrow we are starting early, and the rain delay forced us. We will start early at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium in Mirpur. Right. Thank you, Ramesh bhai, and thank you, Adar bhai.
Shukran. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's it from all of us.